K Black Boxing, coming to you with another video. I was seeing on boxing.com, man, they got many different articles about Mikey Garcia versus Adrian Broner, which takes place this Saturday. Um, and I know they're gonna have a lot of different articles because like I said, it's fight week, man. So many people are interested in watching this fight. It's gonna be a good fight, I believe. You know, um, I know in one article, it's about Adrian Brown, and he was basically saying he feels as if his back is against the wall. Everyone is counting him out. In another article, Mikey Garcia was basically saying that he's favored in the fight, not because of skills, but because of the inconsistencies of Adrian Broner. And there's one article that I believe is the most intriguing article of talking about Adrian Broner and Mikey Garcia is when Mikey Garcia basically said he would consider fighting the winner of Crawford versus Indongo. In my opinion, man, Crawford versus Indongo is not getting enough buzz, man. I don't think a lot of people even know the significance of this fight, man. I mean, many of us real fight fans do know, but I know there's many different fights that happened already, and there's going to be fights that's going to happen after Crawford versus Indongo. Like, even this weekend with Mikey Garcia versus Adrian Broner, it's going to be a good fight, but it still is not trumping Crawford versus Indongo, man. It's just not getting the proper buzz. ESPN should be really, really hyping this fight up. Every other commercial should be about this match, man. Do I really think that Mikey Garcia will fight the winner of Crawford versus Indongo? In my opinion, at this point, no. That's why he said in the article that after fighting Broner, his plan is to really go back to 135, fight Jorge Linares, unify 135, and become the king in that division, which is a good thing to do, man. If you can become undisputed in that division or get majority of the titles, to do what you try to do to become undisputed, do that, man. Because even though fighting the winner of Crawford versus Indongo would be a good thing as well, because this should be your opportunity to fight for undisputed. So even if you couldn't get it at the weight class lower, you can definitely get it or have an opportunity to get it. But I don't think he would really want to do that, man, because I know a lot of people might be asking, like, well, he's fighting Broner at 140. Why wouldn't he fight the winner of Crawford or Indongo, which is at 140? Well, the difference is Crawford and Indongo is a different caliber of fighter. Adrian Broner, although he is a talent, he don't got the goods like Terence Crawford. You know what I mean? Listen, if you see Terence Crawford and Adrian Broner, it's basically like a Chrysler 300 and a Rolls Royce. Remember when the Chrysler 300 first came out, many people believed that it looked similar or looked the same as a Rolls Royce until they put that Chrysler 300 next to that Rolls Royce, and you seen that it was a big difference. Not a small difference, but a big difference. And that's how it is with Broner and Terence Crawford. Like I said, although Adrian Broner is a talent, he don't got the goods like a Terence Crawford. It's just the truth. So that's why I believe he really wouldn't go to 140. Indongo and Crawford would beat Mikey Garcia, man. And this is how I feel. Indongo, even though he's a less known fighter, I just believe his height, his reach, his power would be able to. Mikey Garcia will succumb to that. Crawford got the goods, man. He can fight both sides, southpaw, orthodox. Foot movement. Come on, he's the creme de la creme, man. I'm just being honest. That's why I say the winner between Crawford and Indongo would be number one pound for pound, in my opinion, because not only are they good, but they're fighting for the undisputed supremacy. So, and it's, I'm just gonna be totally honest, man. I know Mikey Garcia said he went to 140 to fight Broner because he couldn't get a unification bout, which may be true, but he also went to 140 because he knows it's a winnable fight. a fight with Adrian Brown, a person that's, like he said in the article, is very inconsistent. You know? So, and everybody knows that. That's the reason why many people are picking Mikey Garcia, myself included, because just the inconsistencies. If you look at Brown, if you look at both of these guys, Brown is naturally bigger, his punch is probably more powerful, and he's faster. So when you have those three things, normally you are the person that would be picked to win a fight or be favored in a fight. But you being inconsistent has caused you to be the underdog against a fighter that's actually naturally smaller than you, and that's crazy. But hey, that's how it is, man. It's Braun is undoing the reason why everything has happened to him, man. In my opinion, Mikey Garcia and Braun definitely had the camera in their face a lot more. So that's the reason why I believe the fight is being talked about. Not only because it's fight week, but it being talked about before. It kind of overshadowed, in my opinion, to a lot of people, it kind of overshadowed the Crawford versus Indongo. You know what I mean? And the camera's in their face a lot more. And the reason why it's not in the face of Crawford or Indongo more is because, Crawford is more of a fighter that's, got no nonsense attitude, man. He's a humble guy. And if the camera is in his face, you see him training of some sort. That's to get prepared for a fight. That's how Crawford is, man. He get prepared, whoop your ass, and burn out. Wait till the next match is, chill out and wait till the next match is called for. You know what I mean? And Dongo, like I say, he just burst on the scene maybe 6 months ago. And although he have done some phenomenal things in those just 6 months, and by the time he fight Crawford, he would be doing something that's even more phenomenal. But since he's from Africa and stuff like that, the camera crew is not over there talking to him. You can see the camera always in Mikey Garcia face, whether he's at the gym or going to the gym or leaving the gym. And just because he's always in the gym doesn't mean he's always training. But if you see a person that's in the gym all the time, you can kind of consider them a gym rat. Then if you see somebody like Browner, who you can see him on camera drinking, partying, strip clubbing, you name it. Going to jail, you getting locked up, going to jail, being in court, you name it, man. So, and then you can also see him in the gym. And you see, I mentioned the gym last because it seems as if he get more camera time outside of the gym than he do in the gym. So that's the reason. That's another reason why he's just inconsistent, man. So I know Mikey Garcia did say that he would consider fighting the winner of Crawford versus Indongo, but his natural plan is to go back to 135 to unify and try to become the lightweight king. But he said if he can't get the unifications at 135, he would consider fighting Browner and Indongo. But in my opinion, stay at 135, man. I know Browner, you even though I'm picking you to beat Browner in this particular fight, but it's only because he's inconsistent and we don't know what we're gonna get out of Browner. It's just totally honest, man. We don't know what we're gonna get out of this guy. And I know he got, he might have some people fooled, a lot of people brainwashed because, oh man, Browner's in shape, man. He's in phenomenal shape. He's taking it serious. I was listening to the brother Dream Chasing Boxing video, and he basically was saying he made some good points in it, maybe a week or two ago, and he's basically saying how, yeah, he's in shape, but he feels as if it's gonna be like Julio Cesar Chavez. You know what I mean? Basically, Julio Cesar Chavez fight was at the scales. Him making weight was good enough, and he basically compared it to Adrian Broner too. And and I agree. You know what I mean? You seen what happened. Julio Cesar Chavez, or as the brother 78 Sports TV call him, Julio Cartel. He made the weight, but he was a punching bag. I'm not saying that Adrian Broner is going to be a punching bag, but hey, I heard the man himself say that he came for, they asked him in the interview, could he make 140? And he said, well, he could if he's on weight. But if he had to come from 180 and 170, it's hard for him. So, I don't know how much he had. I don't think he had to come from that weight, but why in the hell a 140-pound fighter coming down from that type of weight anyway? I know some of those guys get real humongous in the off season, man, but it just tells me that you're not taking your craft seriously. It's just my opinion, man. So, and also, when you hear a guy say, well, if I'm getting paid the same amount of money to that I would begin making 140. Why would I get 140 if I can make it 142, 143, 147, still get to pay the same amount? I'm just saying it's, in my opinion, it's kind of, you know, if you sign for a contract, you shouldn't be trying to make it up as it go. You can't say I'll make 140. Let's push up to 142. Let's push up to 144. Let's push up to 147. I mean, come on, it's just crazy. And then tell the fighter basically you gonna fight me, just fight me. And then after doing all that, you still almost get whooped. You know, a lot of people thought you lost to Adrian Granados, and that's the reason why I'm picking Mikey Garcia again, man. Because even though, if you look at their last performances, even though they fought two different caliber of fighters, you see both those guys was favored to win, Broner and Mikey Garcia. You seen how the Broner fight turned out, and you seen how the Mikey Garcia fight turned out. His fighter was flat on his back, had to be carted off in the stretcher. Granados, even though in the losing effort, one of the judges thought he actually won, and many people actually thought that Granados won. So I just can't take you serious, man. If you losing to fucking C-minus fighters and shit like that, or possibly I was losing to C-minus fighters, I'm not finna pick you on against a fighter that's B plus or above. And you know, in my opinion, Mike Garcia definitely a B plus fighter. He's on the cusp of being an A fighter. Okay, and if he get past you, you got a name on his belt, and unify 135, become undisputed, or get as many belts you can get at 135 before moving up. There's no way you can't say he's not an A fighter, man. So Adrian Broner might put on a good showing, but I don't care how good he look, get the weight and stuff like that. I'm not giving a guy a props for actually making the weight finally, you know. And who knows gonna make the weight, you know? Like I said, you know, they got a weight clause of $500,000 if he come over. Basically, like Julio Cartel, man. He was I think he had like $1 million. He had $1 million, something like that, a weight clause. If he come over weight, he had to pay like $1 million, I believe. That's the highest, and that's how you know these guys got problems with making weight. Those are the highest that I know that a person get paid per pound for coming over, dog. Like I know people that come over, you got to pay them a little bit of money, maybe a couple $100,000 after, but $500,000 up to $1 million. It just shows how inconsistent these guys are, man. You know, and Broner no different. So although, like I said, it went all the way around in the world in this article. I mean, in this video, but in my opinion, it sounds good for Mikey Garcia to say he would fight the winner of Crawford and Indongo, but I don't think he's gonna stay. I'd be surprised if he beat Broner, he stay at 140 and say forget it. I'll fight the winner of Crawford and Indongo because I don't think he can win those fights. Although he can beat Broner, I believe. I don't think he'll be able to beat Crawford and Indongo. Like I said, Adrian Broner, Chrysler 300, Crawford, Rolls Royce. Big difference. I know y'all thought they look similar, but big difference. You know, so hey, it's K Black Boxing. I'm signing off. Like, comment, subscribe.